What's up, Metal Brothers? Scott Tanic One coming at you again live from the dungeon with part 3 of the Danzig Discography review. Before I go ahead and get into the tracks and the disc itself, I want to really let you check out the artwork on here. This is the awesome artwork by H.R. Giger, a painting called The Meister and Magenta. Little interesting side note, he edited this painting just a little bit for Danzig and the company, where you would see the normal. If you look at the original painting for this, there's a big erect penis in there, where they kind of took that out and put in a H.R. Giger rendering of the Danzig skull logo, which is, interestingly enough, something from a comic book. I think it's like Chris Star, whatever. I can't remember the name of the comic, but I believe it's Chris Star. I don't know how Danzig obtained the rights to use it as a logo, but whatever, we won't get into that. Another classic disc by Danzig with the classic lineup. Another Rick Rubin produced one on Deaf American Records. Came out in 92, and it was actually my second Danzig disc I ever owned. I kind of skipped over Lucifuge. Didn't really have it at the time. I couldn't find it at any record store, so I went ahead and bought this one. How the Gods Kill. Let's go ahead and dive into this bitch. This is another really great classic Danzig album. I'm going to go ahead and say that before we get into any of the tracks on here. Definitely a seminal gothic doom rock album. If you're into goth metal, if you're into doom metal, this is definitely one of those albums that stand alone in those subgenres. Definitely pick it up, and let's go ahead and get into some tracks. Godless, the one that kicks this off, is an amazing track. A bit of a ballady type song called Anything, another really great track. Bodies has got really a bluesy sound to it. It's amazing. The title track, How the Gods Kill, is definitely the premier track on this record. It's long, it's just really doom-ridden. Great stuff. The one single that came off this record, Dirty Black Summer, another really good Danzig song, especially to rock in the summertime, being the fact that it deals with the concept of summer and how much of a bummer it is to some people, like myself. Left Hand Black is another great track. Heart of the Devil is okay. A little too bluesy for me, but you know what? It follows up really nicely with a really good ballad called Sistinas. Another really great, just slowed down, moody Danzig track. And the last two on here, Do You Wear the Mark and When the Dying Calls, are excellent closers to this amazing disc. Now, some of the tracks on here are, like I said, they're very gothy, very doomy. It's a little bit of a departure from what they did with the first two Danzig records. Just really great stuff. Another great outing with Rick Rubin as their producer. I think Rick Rubin is definitely one of the more legendary producers in metal. I love most of the stuff that he's worked on, especially with Danzig. That being said, let's go ahead and rate How the Gods Kill. How the Gods Kill is another album that I'm going to give really high marks to. This is definitely Danzig's solo band at its peak. Also with, the album before this one, Lucifuge. 5 out of 5 for How the Gods Kill. I think it's an amazing record. If you're a fan of doom metal, goth metal, you should definitely pick it up. Definitely check it out. If you haven't heard any of these, I really recommend especially checking out these first 4 Danzig records. But you know what? Let me know what you think, metal brethren. Blah, blah, blah. A little bit tongue-tied today. Anyway, hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But you know what? This is a long one, so we're going to go ahead and keep moving on with the Danzig discography. I'll see you in the next vid. Later.